Here we are in the headquarters bunker. So this is the maps finally arrived. As promised, I'm doing the full video. We were going to get Tom Cruise to do it, but it turns out his feet don't touch the floor when he sits on the bike, so I'm playing myself in this. Where's the file? Ding 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 ding. That's the modified one. So download that onto the computer, drag it onto the desktop. There it is. Okay. So close that. Close that. So here's the gizmo from BHP UK. There's the lead for it. So plug it into the computer, and that lights up the panel on it. There we go. So now we open up the software, My Genius client. Initializing communication in progress. USB communication activated appears on the panel on the gizmo, and then you choose upload to My Genius and next. Yes, I don't know why that's coming up. Do you want to search for files sent by your manager? Yes. No files sent by the manager were found. Okay, so then we'll do it manually. And I didn't even know this was in it. Desktop. And there it is, mod. So highlight that, open, verifying file. I'm ready for something to go wrong at some point. Next. That's the one. So it's got SC cans, that's the SC Projects muffler that I've put on it. And he's deleted the servo valve. I read somewhere that if you delete the servo valve via the ECU, it deactivates the indicators. So we're going to find out if it's done that. If it has, he's going to have to redo it for me. But that's what I read. There was also something about when the guy wrote it, he said it stops indicators from working, so you still have to use the Heeltech dongle. So I have got the Heeltech dongle fitted, so maybe that'll override it in some way that won't make the indicators get disabled. Oh God, I'm still waiting for this coffee to work. Confirm. File loading on the tool. Upload file to My Genius not responding. I guess it's done now. Procedure completed successfully, so close that. Just let it finish off doing its thing, and then I can close My Genius. And that's done. I can have a look on info, I guess, and see if there's anything listed. Just out of curiosity. There's also a function on this that allows you to clear the error codes on the bike, but when I went into the bit that he told me you could do it, it just had something about DTC check or DTC delete, and as I don't know what DTC stands for, I thought I ain't gonna fuck around with that. Right, there's the mod file. It's all information about it, which means nothing to me. It's got the VIN number of the bike. ECU has been read but not written yet. So this is now going to be locked to my bike, so I can't use it on any other bike. close and close, and then press select just to see that's done, and then unplug it from the computer. We're now ready to go down to the bike and flash the ECU. Come on, Tom. Turn the light on. Okay, babe, you stand on that side. So here's the lead that comes for the SDR. You get one cable that has to be connected to the battery's positive to power the flasher. Let's get the ECU out of the way. Connect the COM port. Connect the power cable. That's the bike's dongle, OBD or whatever you call it, its diagnostic port. So now you plug the unit into that port, at which point the unit will light, the flasher will light up. Let's try and get this the right way around. That's the right way around. So we plug that in like that. So then the unit comes on. Right, so apparently you press work and then writing, and then you choose the one you want. myfile.o.mod. I don't know why it's got scans ef delete. No, you can't go cycling down, so that's the mod. I don't know why it's not showing the stock file, the OEM map, because you're supposed to be able to choose between the two. Anyway, there's the modified one. And it's going to say to turn the dash on at some point. Warning, please connect your vehicle to a stabilised battery. Well, I know the battery in this is good, so okay. Switch on the dashboard. So the dashboard is now on, and then you see you get the warning on the dash, ECU failure, which apparently is quite normal. This happens. It happened when I downloaded the map off the bike, and then after a few starts, and then I wheeled the bike backwards out the garage, it cleared. Wait, starting communication. Identification ECU, communication in progress. Now the dash says MTC failure. Again, that's supposed to be quite normal, depending on the bike, they say. Wait, operation in progress. Checking file, switch off the dashboard to continue. So switch off the dash, press OK. Or battery warning again, switch on the dashboard. ECU failure coming up now, and OK. ECU programming. Right, so it's now writing the modified map to the ECU, and I do know when it reads the ECU, it takes about 7 minutes for it to download the map. We've now got ECU CAN failure come up on the dash. Please wait, deleting. So I guess it's deleting the OEM map. And now it's come up ECU programming mod map, and it's now writing that to the ECU. Don't know how long this is going to take, but I'll cut this bit out, edit it out. I may be a while, but I'll be back. Do you like my movie impressions? It sounded just like him, didn't it? I'll be back. Not really. Who is it? Who is it? It wasn't a movie. I may be a while. That's one of the guys that went to the Antarctic or the Arctic. They used to go out there on the basis of needing 2,000 calories a day, not knowing that you actually needed at least 6,000 calories a day to be able to do what they did in the Arctic. Anyway, they all ended up in a tent in a blizzard in the middle of fucking nowhere, and I think they all knew they were going to die, and one of them decided to just fuck off out the tent and die outside. And I think that was his last words as he left the tent. I may be a while. I probably got that completely wrong. Well, it's progressing. I think it's probably going to take as long to upload it as it did to download it. And here's one I made earlier. That's from Blue Peter. I wonder who remembers Blue Peter. Sticky back plastic and toilet rolls and washing up liquid bowls. Used to make all kinds of wonderful things with that crap. Orico. Sorry, that was Tom, wasn't it? Tom. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing if the indicator is going to be disabled. I hope not, because I won't be getting the map back until Monday, if that's the case, because they're shut Saturdays and Sundays. I can't imagine they're shut because they must do a lot of their dyno runs over the weekend. They must have guys coming in with their cars and bikes to have them dynoed. It probably just means the office is shut Saturday and Sunday. But right now they're all in bed. The UK's 9 hours behind us, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's midnight midnight in England. And what should I? This is what you have to go through with these modern bikes now. You buy a modern bike, and if you know anything about the thing, whatever bike it is you bought, you know that this is one of the things you really need to do just to have it run properly. It's not to try and get more power necessarily, to enhance the performance. It's just to stop the fucking thing from eating its own engine because the fuel mixture is so lean. And I don't know how resistant titanium valves are to being overheated, but that's what happens when you have too lean a mixture. You can end up burning the valves out. Thanks, Brussels. All thanks to the grey sackless gnomes that inhabit Brussels, thinking that motorcycles are somehow a major part of the problem for global warming. Who the hell would ever thought you could have fitted an effective, well, a functional catalytic converter in something the size of a motorcycle, but they've done it. And then you've got the exhaust servo, which exists for no other reason than the noise that they make. And they're a fucking disaster. As soon as the cables stretch slightly or go slightly out of whack, you start getting MTC failures on these things, the KTMs. So that's another thing that has to be done straight away. Disable the servo. But the fuel map is absolutely needs to be done. But most people don't even know. The younger generation didn't grow up with carburetted bikes and know how the things actually work. Clueless. Like, why is my bike all jerky and stuttery at low revs? Because the fueling's shit. Oh, and here's another thing with KTM. I don't know about other domestic bikes, non-domestic bikes, but the tyre pressure monitoring system on this is non-functional, and the dealer didn't even know it. I don't understand how. It's an official KTM dealer for Kyoto, and it took her a day to get onto KTM Japan, who then had to get onto KTM Europe, to be told that in Japan the frequency that the TPMS uses is restricted and therefore has to be disabled on the bike. So this has no tyre pressure monitoring system, and I assume the same is for the GT as well. I don't understand how they just couldn't use a different sensor with a different frequency or modify the frequency on them, but there's a major feature that's disabled. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it is nice to know that if you get a slow puncture while you're hooning around, you'll see it come up on the dashboard. I've had a tyre go flat before. It didn't go bang, it just started going down, and I started to notice the bike wasn't handling very well. Luckily it was in town where I wasn't going fast. But yeah, it's not ideal, is it? Another one of the modern technical bits of wizardry that does make riding your bike safer, and I don't have it on this, and wasn't told up front, because apparently the official dealer didn't even freaking know. I don't understand how. I'm supposed to believe that nobody that's bought a bike from them with TPMS has ever noticed that it's non-functional. It's a bit of a stretch though, isn't it? Do you think she hid it from me? It's weird. How could they not have known? And we've got still on the dashboard ECU can failure. That's CAN bus, that's the electrical that's the nervous system of the bike, so to speak. The CAN bus system. Everything runs on the CAN bus system, and it's very sensitive apparently. But why having the exhaust servo go wonky would cause an MTC failure? Because MTC is motorcycle traction control. That's the major safety feature. So if your rear wheel starts to slide, the system spots it and adjusts the power to stop the wheel from spinning. Why would the exhaust servo cause that to fail? And that's one of the most common failures on these bikes, is the servo mechanism goes out of whack and then you get an MTC failure. Oh, there's so many failures. The cam sensor being slightly out of whack, or the stator being slightly out of whack, they both cause MTC failures or other failures. Engine warning light comes on. But they do say that most of the things you see on the internet about a bike is when something's gone wrong with it. You don't get people going about how it's been causing no problems. What the fuck? Why does that come out the bottom of the under tray? I mean, how fucking bent is that? That's the rubber loop that holds the toolkit in, and it terminates through a hole in the bottom of the under tray. So I really want to hook that up somewhere, because I'm not carrying the toolkit around in there. There's no point. If it breaks down, it ain't going to be fixed with a freaking toolkit that's got a pair of pliers and a couple of spanners in it. But that wants to fall out, unless it's securing. I don't even know where the other end of it hooks onto. I took the toolkit out, and it's left it hanging here. But where would that normally hook onto? I've got a fucking clue. I can't see anywhere that hooks onto. And there's these cables here, which are held down by bolt things. What the fuck are these for? Is that for picking the bike up and suspending it or something weird? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't see anywhere for this rubber thing to hook onto. It's definitely for the toolkit. It doesn't go on there. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Nothing obvious to hook it to. But it was definitely holding the toolkit in until I pulled it out. Let it just go over the end of that. That seems a bit shonky. Surely not. Yeah, that's a bit of a mystery. You think there'd be some sort of a hook for it to go over. That's the only thing that I can see that it would. Oh well, that'll do. Keeps it out of mischief. We're nearly done, baby. Seven minutes of me wittering away like a moron. It's a bit nerve-wracking this, because you hear reports of people, ECUs getting bricked. But that should only really happen if the battery was to fail or something and it got interrupted halfway through. And then I guess I'd have to send the ECU off somewhere. Ooh. Pump's just kicked in. Now it says SCU failure in yellow. No idea what SCU is. Run the errors deletion. Ah, maybe that's clearing. Yeah, maybe it's automatically clearing all the error messages. That'd be handy. Oh, come on then, do something. Here we go. Switch off the dashboard to continue. Aye aye, Captain. Select OK. Warning, please connect your vehicle to a stabilised battery. Okay. Switch on the dashboard. And that has cleared the errors. It will not be very confidence inspiring if it hasn't. Yes, the errors are cleared. Switch on the dashboard, check the connection, press OK. Wait, starting communication. MTC failure. Oh joy. So it's, would you like us to clear the errors? Yes, and then we'll make another one. Switch off the dashboard. That's about the 5th time, I think. Okay, writing ECU completed. Wait, analysing log in progress. That's what it did when I downloaded the map from the ECU. Saving comlog, and that is that. And apparently in work there's a tool, I believe it's under. Let's see, what is DTC? I've got no idea. I ain't messing about with that. Anyway, that's it. It's writted. So now I disconnect it from the bike's diagnostic port. Put that back on its little holder, which just keeps it secure. Disconnect the battery. Apparently that's it. Lay the ECU flat again. Right, turn the bike on. Let's see if there's any errors, which will eventually clear up by themselves. And now we've got ECU failure. I've had that before and it didn't stop the bike from starting. Right, here we go. carbon monoxide poisoning if we standing in breathing that shit in. Okay, baby. That's it. It's done it. It starts. I'm sure those failures will do what they do normally, which is clear up after a couple of on and offs. It did that to the indicators if you deleted the servo via the ECU. But anyway, why not? So far, so good. It looks like it's going to be warming up today, so I'll be able to take the bike out for a test ride. Anyway, guys, thank you for Tom for your help. I'm sorry you weren't able to sit on the bike, but hey ho. Maybe plastic surgery can do something for that. He turns the camera to me and I will turn it off, and see you in the next one. Bye.
As your attorney, I advise you to take a hit out of the little brown bottle in my shaving kit. You won't need much. Just a tiny taste.
Ah, there it is.